Hey, YouTube. We out here. Cool. I almost wonder how to make the YouTube, like, play the audio that I'm playing, but then again, I don't want to because YouTube is just so fucking antsy about what you can or can't share on their stream, so never mind all that. You're a minimalist, you don't have time for my house besides a computer. No sofa, no bed. I sleep on one of the Japanese mats. Those are usually the best. When I first came to California, I rented a room and I had an air mattress. I was on that damn thing for a year. It didn't bother me none. People gave me shit for it. They're like, "Why are you on an air mattress?" I'm like, "'Cause it's cheap and it's comfortable. It's mobile." You know? One guy entertained, he's like, "Dude, I will buy you a mattress." And I'm like, "Please do, 'cause I'm not buying one." He didn't, but he was like, "I can start a GoFundMe for it." I'm like, "Do it." He never did. It's like, just had friends that I called them out on their bullshit all the time. But yeah, yeah, you don't need the most fancy mattress at all. It's only like when you start a family, you start really need to kinda like getting getting like longevity type of material, you know? So, like, as soon as I started a family, like, I was really, like, buying more fancy shit. That sofa, yo. Okay. Let's pull it down a little bit more like that. There we go. What is going on? Oh, I got it on Zoom. I was like, "What the hell is happening here?" Did I work on Mortal Kombat? Yeah, I did. I worked on Mortal Kombat 1, and that is it. I worked on the worst one ever. And no, it had nothing to do with that art book. I like how people like I got a few private messages, you're like, "What happened to that art book?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know." I'm like, "Don't you read my title? Not a publisher, not an illustrator." It's called a computer animator, and no, I cannot fix your printer. But again, gamers, you can't please them no matter what. That's why it's better to work at In and Out. These people respect you. Get a lot of respect when you work at a burger joint. You have a hard time sleeping in hotels, their beds as well. Oh, is it because it's too soft? Are you like a firm mattress type of guy? That's how, like, the rest of my family is. I like soft shit. I think the softer the better for me, but, my wife disagrees. She don't like it. Mrs. Fichot doesn't agree. Oh my god, this rig. F this rig. Let's just do this again, right? Ow, 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 ow. Am I going to Lightbox this year? Yes, I will be at Lightbox tomorrow. Stop by and say hi. Buy me a drink. I might meet up with, like, some of the other streamer friends over there. Yeah, there's supposed to be, like, some kinda, like, private streamer party. I might show up. I might get in like I got in animation mentor parties a long time ago, even though I didn't go to the school. So I made a lot of connections in the industry. I got to talk to a lot of people. I just told them I used to go to places that I've never went to. Like, nobody asked for any ID or any, like, proof or anything like that. They just believed me. A New Year's nude party? Only one dude? Oh gosh. Yep, that was a sting party you went to. That was a catch a pedo party you went to. How do you even get invited to something like that is what I wanna know. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you hang out with a certain crowd, you might get some invitations. Facebook, Instagram, you look for them. Jeez. Yeah, my only thing why I would be against that is, like, just like you said, like, like, you think it might be wild, but it's probably just, like, some weird, bald, fat people that go there. Like, people who absolutely don't look anything like you'd imagine show up. Just like it's like jury duty, just the most random fucking, crop of people in their birthday suit. I don't think, I would enjoy that. I'd probably be, like, the worst person there. Shit. Brodowski. Where is the thing? Okay. We want there we go. I'm going to push the fuck out of this pose. Yo, Jamie, what up? All clubs pop off at 12 and 1, which is lame. God, I can't even remember the last time I was even in a club. I think I went to maybe it was a New Year's one, I'm not sure, or maybe it was a Halloween one, but I know it was years ago. And when I went there, it was like it was a club that had people in their 50s and 60s dressed like they were in their 20s and teenage years. And that was just weird, you know? I was like, I know I'm not this old, but hot damn, like, what a way to buzzkill your experience at a club. Today, I've heard a lot of animation studios have decided to use AI to save money. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. I mean, it's so funny because it's like, I just heard from the internet, WB was planning to sell, their studio, and they were open to the highest bidder. I was like, "Wow, that's news to me." You know, that's news to me. Didn't hear that at the meeting, but I mean, am I surprised? Hell no. And it is what it is, guys. If you don't hear from me next week, you know what happened. I got lynched. But yeah, AI, yeah, yeah. I mean, anybody wanting to save a buck is going to be tampering with that. I mean, it's fucking everywhere. It's like abused and it's overused and it's like it's it's poisoning the fucking internet right now, which I seriously gotta unplug from it. I swear it's like every time I go to a video or if I'm like on a feed, I'm constantly second guessing videos now. It's like everything is just so fucking fake these days. It's ridiculous. Which means they're not gonna hire junior artists anymore, I feel. I mean, thing of it is like the junior positions are gonna be out there, but they're not like out there. They're not gonna be like around every corner you look for. Every once in a while, there's gonna have a studio that'll be like, "Hey, we want a junior specific animator," but, that doesn't mean you should be like, "Alright, I'm just gonna give up," like, keep working on your skills, man. Don't settle for being a junior, settle for being a mid animator, you know? Push yourself so you can get, like, that skill available, and you don't need to work at a company in order to graduate to be a mid animator. You can fucking do that if you just keep, like, pushing yourself, man, you know? Don't limit yourself to just, like, hire junior roles. If one shows up, cool, apply, and, like, get on that ass, but, don't let that, like, stop you from going out and getting what you know you're worth, man. Like, I've seen plenty of people I didn't start off as a junior animator, believe it or not. I started off as, like, a VFX guy that animated a lot, and then I, uh, got, I guess, promoted or given a junior role and then, eventually became a mid animator on my second job. So, like, after I was a junior, I got let go of Real Effects. I got fired, and then I just spent, like, probably, like, 6 or 7 months in iAnimate, updated my reel, and then I got hired as a mid animator, you know? That's it. I go to the clubs to feel young. Yeah, I don't do clubs no more, man. I'm not currently, like, thrill seeking anymore, I'm happily settled down now. But I used to be a mean clubber, dude. I was the guy at the after party that, like, got things going, like, dancing like a moron, tossing my cards up in the air, making it rain, doing karaoke. The boredom gets to you when you're a lot in danger. Tomorrow you're at Lightbox Day, right? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I will be at Lightbox tomorrow. I'll probably be there around lunchtime just 'cause it takes about 20, 30 minutes depending on traffic to get to Pasadena. But, I gotta meet up with some contractors tomorrow, so I can't be there too early. But, I mean, I don't plan on spending all day there. I'm probably just gonna go around, hit the floor, see a couple people, you know, maybe go out and get a drink or 2 or whatever, but I definitely will be there tomorrow. And then I'll probably sell my badge to make some money. I wanna get out there early so I could sell my badge to the people outside waiting to get in. Make some extra dough, hustle a little bit. Yeah, I heard all the badges were sold out. Figures, it's like that. It's like that every fucking convention. You wait the day of, man, you can't get them. You can't get those badges anymore. But Bobby Chu's making a killing out of that. Good for him. Good for him. Professional scalper at an anime expo. They don't give a fuck and crowd your ass into a building until fire marshal comes. I actually tried to go to the anime expo in LA. I could not. As soon as I showed up, everything was sold out. And people were outside trying to sell shit for ridiculously stupid prices. But you know what the fun thing about that is that people just hang out outside the convention. They're not necessarily in the convention. Everybody just kinda gathers outside of it, and, if you go to Lightbox or if you go to CTN, you could basically have the same experience. If you just hang outside, you can meet and greet a ton of fucking people, you know? And if you know who you're looking for, like, you can just go to, like, the downtown area, the outside bar, and just fucking connect with people without having to buy a fucking ticket, you know? It's like, you could literally save a bunch of money, just show up and just get that same experience, if you just play your cards right, be friendly and shit. I don't know why people make such a big deal out of the fucking expos, like, I have to be inside. I mean, only if you, like, wanna play video games, I would recommend like that, like, if you go to, like, I was gonna say, like, EVO or, like, Combo Breakers or, like, a convention where you could actually participate in some shit, like, fucking get your money's worth. Other than that, you just go in a convention and you're waiting in line essentially to get your demo reel critiqued. You probably have a fast pass, you're coming in and out, you're just talking to a guy that's probably seen 1,000 demo reels and he's just repeating the same shit, to everybody else. So no, I've been to those conventions so many times. Like I kind of know people who I'm looking for if I bump into them. And if you know the supervisor of somebody or like a anim lead or just somebody who's like at the expo not working a booth, it's the perfect opportunity to make conversation with them because they're not being hassled, they're not in line. You strike up a conversation, you get them to critique you, and you made a connection. You know, that's how I was. That's how I was on like my youth when I was looking for a job. I was a stalker. I was a stalker like some of you guys here. Some of you guys on my streams, you fucking stalkers, like you know who you're talking to. You know the people, like the big wigs of the industry or like, the people that you follow on social media. You just kinda know them. You know them by their face and you just like strike up a conversation with them. So, I mean, that's how I did it anyway. It's more one-on-one time and you're not bothered. You're not like in and out. You're not guided by some weird, like, manager women at the booth that don't have, like, any fucking relation to the company at all. They just, like, sit there to feel important and shit like that. And you're like, "How can I help you?" Like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a job." "Oh, well, if you just go to our website and, sign up for our newsletter, we love to send out job." They don't know fucking shit. They're just like robots that point you on a map just to get you the fuck out of here and, like, keep moving, so it's like, I don't wanna talk to bots. I wanna talk to actual human beings that care about art, you know? You just pretend to be interested in what they do. How nonchalant. Okay. Ting. Let me see if I can rip off a pose here. Yeah, I saw a couple rappers came to CTN the other day. That was kinda interesting. Yeah, but it's kinda cool living so close by to these places now because I don't have to buy, like, a three-day pass and get a hotel and shit like that, like I used to. I'm one of those animators that don't really care about your or what you're currently doing. Oh, well, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Or rather how you can mooch off of me, how you can, like, take what you need out of me in order to gain what you want in life. Yeah. You're not the first one. I mean, I'm the kinda guy that just likes to be friendly. I don't really have a motive. I just like to talk to people, and sometimes I talk to, like, fucking directors, and I don't even know. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." "And what do you do?" To your credit, Jello, I kinda like to, like, size people down to to my level, like, just to remind them that they ain't shit. I'd be like, so what do you do again?" Like, "Oh, yeah, I supervise this and that." And like, "Oh, yeah, I heard that movie did pretty bad." Yeah, you know? Like, "Hey, we've all been there, right? We've all had our duds. We've all had our turkeys. So what are you doing here?" "I'm giving this presentation." I'm like, "Oh, I bet that must be terrible." No, I'm not like that, guys. I'm not a jerk. But it is kinda weird though, like, I don't like the small talk. Like, I'll see people that I've worked with in the past and it'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? Let's catch up." And it's usually just like, "Hey, what you up to? What you up to? Okay, I gotta go." You know, you tell the ones that, really don't wanna be there versus, like, the people who are really excited to see you. But it all comes down to the same thing. It's like, I'm only a phone call away. I'm only like a Discord away. But chances are, if you haven't communicated with me or talked with me in like a year or once every year at these conventions, like, you don't wanna stay in touch. It's like I get that, I totally get that. But I'm not gonna make a big deal about that. Ching, ching, ching. And these poses are now that I'm doing, like, 2 on each side, these poses are getting a lot more trickier. Mm. I know, right? Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I have a so, like, since I'm working with a bunch of people, I have my Discord, and I don't make it, like, a big deal to have, like, a long day chat or, like, small talk. It's basically just like, "Hey, how'd you do this again?" Or like, "Hey, remember that thing that you showed me 2 weeks ago? Could you show it to me again?" Or, "What's wrong with this rig?" Or, "Why are these textures coming weird? Thanks. See you later." That's that's usually how my conversations go. Yeah, I do agree with you there. It's like all my friends are basically real life chat GPTs with souls, with souls that I crush every day. Oh, he's gotta come in from the other side. Damn it. Forgot about that. It's such a weird pose. I feel like I gotta change his stance up a bit. Hey, it's nice. It's nice that we got a little crowd here. Whereas Absalon I was playing Absalon earlier, but, I don't think nobody comes on the stream to watch me play video games anymore, honestly. It's kinda weird because 'cause I'm part of, like, a gaming community now on Discord, so I'm always stalking other people's, streams when they're playing video games too, and I'm, like, asking all these questions like a fucking nerd. But I need to ask questions because, I mean, now that now I'm kinda, like, helping develop a video game, several, I need to know what people see or people want in games and, what they don't like about them and shit like that. I think it's kinda weird because 'cause I've always felt that, especially being, like, a game dev. I still haven't quite got a grasp on how to talk about video games, saying why they're bad and good for gameplay's sake. I'm always, like, coming at it from a cinematic standpoint, but, like, just games in general, like, how they play and stuff that makes them feel uncomfortable or whatever can be improved, like, I still haven't got a good grasp on that. Kinda sucks you get old, 9 to 5 job, and you don't hang with your friends anymore because everyone works different times. Sucks because 'cause I'm the only one who work 2-hour weeks and can hang. One because 'cause I'm always working. Yep, that's just the way it is. Like, what pissed me off more than anything was when I started working at Blizzard, that was the first time I worked at a gaming company. So, I was so used to working that when lunch hour hit, everybody's like, "Hey, let's play Overwatch." And I'm like, "Wait, you can't play video games at work." I'm like, "Yes, we can. We work on Overwatch." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So every lunch hour kind of became like a hang time. Like, we'd play for an hour and then we'd play during work hours. And then after, when we were all like on Skype on the time, or we were always like chit chatting and shit like that, like, "Hey, let's have a game or two." And it'd probably be like maybe 7 o'clock at night. We play, like, for 30 minutes or an hour, and everybody's like, "Alright, I gotta go. Peace, I gotta go to bed. Gotta bring the kid to bed." So it's like a fucking hour of playtime, and he just left me with blue balls, left me hanging. Like, "Dude, what the fuck?" You know? So it's like, I never had, like, and I'm pretty sure this is not just me. Hopefully, it's not just me, but it's just like I've never had like a gaming group. I work with fucking gamers right now. Like I work and develop video games with people who play fucking video games, but we have no time to actually play video games together. It just drives me nuts. It's like we spend all day talking about these games coming out. We spend all day critiquing these games, developing games, animating games, working on games, and for the love of God, we cannot spare a fucking hour just to play them together, which is like it and like most of these games that I'm digging or we're into are multiplayer, They are fun with other people. But yeah, you're right. Like when you get up in your 30s and 40s and shit like that, it's like that old Rocky meme, old Rocky video clip from what was it, 4, where like Apollo doesn't want to retire and he's constantly nagging Rocky. He wants to fight again, and he's showing him old footage of them, and he's like, and Rocky's like, "Hey, yo, I don't want to break your heart, man, but we can't do that the way we did it no more." He goes, "We're changing," you know. And Apollo's like, "I don't want to change. I like who I am." You know. It's like that. It's totally like that, man. It's crazy. I love that meme. It's so fucking true. I never made sense to me when I was a kid watching that, but it's like now it totally fucking makes sense. I'm like, damn. Like for as brain dead as Rocky is, man, he fucking knew it. There's nothing so true than that fucking sentence. Is like, you know, when he's like, people change. It's like, I like who you are too, but look at that. We can't do it the way we did like that. We're changing. We're like normal people. Fucking slot. What Sylvester Stallone's like? What 80 now? He's still fucking making movies, dude. That's a guy that doesn't change. I saw an actor recently. Speaking of Rocky, I saw an actor recently who is playing Sylvester Stallone, playing Rocky in a movie. It's fucking nuts. Actor that's an act like a it's like a biography of him playing fucking Stallone, playing Rocky. That just kinda hurt my brain. I want this blade to come out a little sooner. Actually, you know what? I'll do this, and I'll take this. It's like, if somebody made a movie about your life, who would you get to play you? Who's one actor that you would like to play you in a film via who you are? You don't see too many biography movies about, or documentaries about people who are like animators. Terry Crews, because 'cause I'm big, black, and buff. That's a pretty good choice. I don't think has Terry Crews ever been like a lead role? Has he ever led like a been a lead man in a film? Nope. He's always kinda been like one of those, like, funny supporting guys, huh? I remember I came into Overwatch when they were actually seriously considering Terry for Doomfist. And I was like, that would have been, like, the fucking coolest thing ever. And then he came to the studio. I wasn't at the studio the day that he came. I was so pissed off. Actually, I wanted to meet that guy so bad. Sometimes you get, like, celebrities visiting Blizzard or, like, 'cause I've never been to a studio where they had so many people, like, swing by that were, like, pretty well known. 'Cause you just get a bunch of fucking streamers and shit like that, and I don't consider streamers celebrities, even though nowadays they are. But I remember, Terry came one time, uh, Hideo Kojima came one time. I missed that day too. I was so pissed off. I think, who else came? Just a bunch of voice actors and shit like that too. It's not like any, like, Hollywood actors or anything like that, but met Al Gore. Oh, I forgot about Al Gore. I met Woody Harrelson one time when we were doing Freebirds. He came by the studio on a weekend. I didn't even know, like, I was working. I was, like, one of the only people working there on the weekend because I was trying to, like, finish up some of my shots, and he was just like he just like, I remember seeing a limo right outside the studio, and I was like, "Oh, big shot, big fucking shot coming to the studio." Walked right in, and there was Woody Harrelson. Like, "Oh, shit." I met, oh, what's his name? George Takei. He's a super nice guy. Uh, he was fun. He was the only one that came to the wrap party, I remember that. All the other celebrities are like, "Nah, I'm good." Politicians are rich, had a seven-story home in LA. Is that even possible? Ching. Yeah, okay, Ronin is killing him in this pose. I think we need to yeah, I need to move him back. Probably gonna do that pose the other way. Yeah, let's do it the other side. Kiss my ass, man. Fuck you. Damn deformer tool. Of course. Uh, wow, this really burnt it up. Mhm, 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 mhm. Any other games I'm playing this week? No, no, no. I got done with Silk Song. I got done with Absalom. I am free. I'm free from video games until next month. No, those games like knocked the shit out of me. Oh, and it costs money too, unless you want to gift me one. What happened? I just came back from the restroom. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I set a new keyframe. That's what happened. I am one new keyframe ahead of this animation. Absolutely nothing. The chat's very quiet today. Guess I'm just gonna start like collabing with other streamers too. Gonna get some traction going. Probably the best way to do things as far as like Twitch is concerned. Probably just gonna start reaching out to a few people, see if they want like another annoying animator on their platform. Yeah, that's a good point. I've been hearing a lot of people like that's the thing. Like I would love to stream early, but like I fucking work. I have a job. I almost wonder if I could stream and just like work my job, but just keep everything off of my computer. You know, kind of how those people do on TikTok. They just like record their shit at work. But what's the point of that? Good way to get fired. Exactly. You know, so like, what other alternatives are there? I'm not stupid, but it's like the only time I really can stream. But what a way to go out, right? Just like have like board meetings, like have like my anim meetings, my anim dailies, and just have all that shit on stream. Oh boy. God, why does it feel like it's so fucking delayed? Queen. Just bring the arm down just a little bit. Watch any good movies lately? Nah, nah. Everything that's coming out lately sucks, or at least doesn't have my interest. I saw a John Candy documentary that was pretty cool. Still trying to finish Peacemaker too, but I just don't have time. I don't have time to even fucking watch my TV shows. It's been hell week this week, like production madness. Mortal Kombat got delayed another week. I know, right? I find that odd. But can you imagine, guys, we have a Mortal Kombat and a Street Fighter movie coming out in the same year? A brand new, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter movie coming out? It's crazy. And they're both gonna be terrible. I don't know if that's true, though. I mean, I guess the expectations are we want them to be bad, but in a good way bad. We want them to be silly. What's the average amount of animation you think you gotta get done when you're working your first anim job? Depends. Just depends on what part of production you're in. You know, if you're in pre-production, like the early stages, I mean, you're looking at you're probably just doing tests and shit like that, and that can range anywhere between 2 weeks for, like, 5 seconds of animation. I mean, when it's film, it's usually like I mean, the furthest I mean, the hottest I've seen is, like, one person working on 3 shots in a week, and that's just insanity. But, like, normally, like, 4 to 5 seconds a week. But in games, it's usually like an, assignment, so, like, it's like gameplay animation, so usually you're working on, like, 2 shots, like 2 attacks a week, and sometimes, like, a week and a half to get fully polished. But 1 animator on 1 locomotion, yeah, you're bound to get that stuff done in, like, 4 days, 3 days tops, provided you're getting, like, direction and notes. But ours is different because we have mocap data, and we usually just get that as a good foundation, so we're just, like, cleaning stuff up. Like, the thing that I'm doing right now, it's so complicated, so it's more about, like, how do I set this up, to animate further down the line? Like, and that's where the majority of the problem is just figuring out what the rigs are capable of. How do I set these shots up? How do I parent constraint things to certain things? Because like motion builder is a different fucking beast when it comes to that stuff. That's what Alex did, 3 shots in a week. It's fucking crazy. That's why I left. When I was at Blizzard, when I was at Cinematics, we did 2 shots a week, but we had, like, 2 weeks to go from, planning to polish, or, like, a week and a half, depending on which show it was. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, somebody who's just, like, dedicated 100% to animation, is not taking any meetings, any other bullshit, any other thing that they're getting called on, can possibly do 3 shots a week, but I guarantee you they're working fucking overtime, and that just doesn't sit well with me. 3 shots on Frozen and Zootopia. Yeah, that's just Disney's a fucking grindhouse. He said he was finishing his shots in 2 days. Yeah, I'm sure he's working overtime those 2, 3 days. Okay, so wait, 3 shots in 2 or 3 days, finishing them, starting to finish it, that is bullshit. Unless they are, like, just a small hand shot or just something that's just, like, going across the screen, but, like, a full body fucking acting animation in 2 or 3 days? No, bullshit. Bullshit. I will call anybody out on that fucking, claim. Like, I can understand if you're like, "Oh, this is just a shot," or like one of those shots are like a close up of somebody blinking, or like a reaction shot, or maybe like a hand fiddling or doing something. Like if it's like a small character, but if it's like a bipedal character acting, depending on how big the shot is, you know, depending on how many feet that is. Yeah, I call bullshit. I mean, the fastest I've ever done a shot was is in 1 hour, you know? I got done with a shower. I got done with a shot in 1 hour when I was on, Real Effect when I was at Real Effects. Finish shots at Disney, you don't have to do anything the rest of the week. He said we mistakenly told him he was finished, so they kept giving him more. He mistakenly told them he was finished, so they kept giving him more shots. That's another thing too. If you become one of those fast motherfuckers that finish shit quickly, they will just continue to give you more work. They will give you a lot of shit, and that's just like more pressure on you to do. And there's always so many yes men. There's always so many yes men and women in the industry like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take it all." Like, when I was in TV, I got everything that I asked for, and that was the problem. I got everything that I asked for, so I had to deliver all that shit within a time limit. I think in TV, I got assigned a sequence, and I was like, "Okay, you got a month to do all this, to finish it," you know? Probably was a little less than a month. I think it was, like 3 weeks, and it was, like, a complicated action scene, and then the fucking heat was on. Yeah, it's not like Disney's gonna be like, "Oh, we should make this guy a supervisor or a lead because he gets shit done he gets shot." No. They're just like, "Oh, he's a fast animator. Let's just give it more to him because 'cause we'll be needing those shots by the end of the week, so we can scratch that off on our list, and our producers are looking good," you know? We don't have to hire anybody, we could just use this person because he's quick, you know? And then when they start to slow the problem is when you become that quick person and you get something that's a little bit more complicated or you don't know how to do and you start slowing down, they're like, "Why are you slowing down? Hey, what's wrong with you?" You know? We're delivering we gotta deliver this shot by the end of the week. What's happening?" You know? You become that person. You gotta complain to get a senior position. Yeah, you gotta fucking complain. Yeah, I still haven't quite figured out the secret sauce of how to get a lead, how to be a lead. It's usually ass kissing. That kinda helps. Kissing people's ass, maybe sleep with them. That usually works sometimes. And everybody left the chat. Sad to say, man, but, Cinderella stories don't exist in real life, unfortunately. Yeah, it feels way better. Yeah, but it takes a toll on you too, especially, like, when you're animating all day, every day, and you're jumping on your own project at the end of the day. I checked one of my old teacher's profiles and says he's a lead at Sony, a lead at animator. He probably just hasn't updated his profile. Some people, like, when they're out of work or they don't have jobs, they just leave their old profile hanging just to, like, look credible, you know? Yeah, there's no way you're working there's no way you're lead at 2 companies like that. First of all, it's like it's it's bound by contract, you're not allowed to work for anybody else, especially the competition. And 2, there's no fucking way that you could even manage that. Even if you had all the free time in the world, like, if you had no wife, no kids, no other influence on your life, no other hobbies or anything, like, if you like, "I'm dedicating myself 24 fucking 7 to, my job," you can't have 2 animation jobs, you know? Especially a lead in 2 companies like that. There's just no fucking way. Now, some people do that. Like, some people try that shit and just not they just don't let anybody else know, you know? That's what we call illegal, but don't tell anybody else that, right? You can do that too, just don't get caught, right? You can't go back and forth, right? I think, like, I mean, just like you can do it off script if you want to. I mean, if you wanna risk that stuff too, because, like, they can, like, literally, like, fire you for that, and I don't see how that's even possible because this industry is so small and so time consuming that even if somebody were to do that, word would get around quick, especially through HR. So, I don't see how that's a possibility, and second of all, like, you have no fucking time in the day, like, how are you gonna manage that at the same time when you gotta work, like, 5 days a week? Or I don't know what Sony or how Epic does their thing. Epic's a really cool place to work for, so I've heard, but, like, Sony, I know they're working around the clock. So, like, there's no way that you could fucking, like, double down on both jobs unless you're working remote and getting your shit done on time. There's just no fucking way. Because leads work with a bunch of animators below them, and they're always, like, carrying their shots, like, polishing their shots, taking their shots to absolute final due to the supervisor. I mean, well, yeah, you can working at Disney and did shots on the bad guys, I mean, you could contract like, if you're contracting from one studio to the next, yeah, you could totally do that. That's, like, fine within, like, your limit, but fuck. Working on DreamWorks ended? No. No, 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 no. No. No, there's no way somebody could do both of that, you know? It's called a competitive contract clause, man. You're not allowed to do shit like that. But what do I know? What do I know? I mean, they're probably, like, smarter smugglers in this industry that, you know, lead double lives and shit like that, and that's how they get off, so who knows? Maybe I'm wrong about it. He didn't get paid, he just wanted to do a shot on the film. Why? No such thing as free labor. Just give him a shitty I still need to watch The Bad Guys too. Yeah, apparently they say that in paper, but, everybody usually breaks the rules. Oh, okay. That's what I was missing. Shit. Hmm. I think overall, I'm probably gonna have to flip this guy's profile. Do you wanna trash your lights? Do you wanna fucking trash your lights? Somebody brought that up to me the other day, which I thought was fucking hilarious. I used to remember there was, like, this old animation challenge back in the day. I think it was, like, run by Spline Doctors or something like that, but, it was really funny because they had, like, monthly animation lip sync challenges, but it was the most crudest kinda lip think syncs you could think of. I remember one was, Christian Bale's, rant when he was on the set of Terminator, and he was, like, trash talking that guy. They were like, "Animate this." And the competition was so fucking hilarious. I forgot what all that was called. It's probably, like, some old footage of it on YouTube. Come on, Maya, you piece of shit. What's happening here? What is going on? So, 11 Second Club? No, no, it wasn't 11 because 11 Second Club didn't allow cursing or swearing. This one did. And it wasn't around for that long. It was probably, like, maybe just a couple of months. It was like some animators and it was like some feature animators that put a blog together, and they're like, "Hey, let's just do this fun competition." They had, like, they had a walk cycle competition that was really interesting. Uh, it was like, they gave you, like, a theme, and they were like, "Alright, now animate this walk cycle, and we'll just pick the winner." Um Or I think it was like, animate the most interesting walk cycle you can think of. That was it, yeah, and they had a compilation of, like, all these different rigs doing, like, weird, crazy fucking walk cycles, and they would just pick the winner. And then, like, when the lip sync stuff came on board, the 11 second would just, like, do, like, something from a movie where these guys were like, "No, no, 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 we're just doing, like, what's the meme from the internet this week?" And they were like, "Animate that." And I just remember it was specifically the Christian Bale one where he was cussing out the crew, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah, animate this," using the character. Yeah, it was hilarious. Let me see if I could find it now that I'm talking about it. YouTube's probably gonna not like me looking up other YouTube videos. Yeah, I was like this. Yeah, this was one of them. Watch this shit. This shit's hilarious. This one got creative, and you could tell it's dated because the bishop rig was in full effect for these. Oh god, that was one of the best ones. He was yeah, he got creative with that one. There's one other one that I was like, "This is a okay, this is another one." I remember this one. Okay, this is it. Spline Doctors, that was it. My entry into Spline Doctors Bale's animation channel. Yeah, it was the Spline Doctors. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was it. They had a collaboration of them too. This is another one. I remember this rig too. That's hilarious. They had one, I don't even know if I find it. They had one that was, like, my favorite. It was like a beetle talking about like, he was ranting, and all of a sudden, he had another beetle come in the background. He goes, "Let's not have this fucking idiot hanging my seat," and, like, the beetle hands up and it walks out. It was so fucking well done. Oh, dude. Let's see. Spline Doctors. Maybe that might be it. I don't know if they still got it up. They're separated, though. Shit. No, they used to because I know Spline Doctors doesn't have like a YouTube channel. I wonder if their let me see. I wonder if their blog is even still up. Yeah, this is it. It's old like the back when blogs used to be a fucking thing. Let's see. It should be here then, huh? This doesn't even look like the same either. Yeah, it's just some old stuff. Probably don't even have the competition in here too. Spline Doctors Home, Animation Meet, blah 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 blah. It was out there. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This gives you an idea. This is when I was in fucking college. This is when I was in college, or I think so. Wait, what is this date? No, I just graduated around here. Yeah, yeah. Well, but yeah, I liked it. I liked how they did their own thing. They did their own version of the stuff, and yeah, around that time, I think that's when The Dark Knight or Christian Bale was like super popular, and then he had that downfalling with the set, and he was like, "He's really an asshole." And then the animators were like, "Yeah, animate that." So, yeah, that was fun. Oh, man, you know what? Let me try one more before I cancel this stream. Try to see if I can't do, like, a one and done run through. Try it with Carl though. Try to see if this one's any different. Oh man, I'm so happy it's the fucking weekend. Witchers. So they're still making Witchers. Yes, pregnant lady. There's one more season after the fourth. Shit, they're that far. I tried watching it. I tried watching The Witcher. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into it. Probably because I didn't really care for the game too much either. Yes, yes, boy. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't like into that game so much to even give it a chance. That motherfucking dog got me right off the bat. All right, a no deathless run. Try to see if I can't get it on stream. I know everybody's like making such a big stink about Cavill, not being treated right for the Superman thing. Is bro, just give it a rest, man. Made a lot of fucking great films as Superman, so he's done. I'm still curious to see like kind of like the sequels that are gonna follow. But I'm really curious about that Clayface movie that he's gonna make. It's like those old Adventures of Hercules and Xena movies. I like those I like those shows, man. I didn't like Xena too much. I thought Xena was like a little too fucking over dramatic. But Hercules I thought was cool. Like the Kevin Sorbo ones. Disappointed. Like that intro was pretty fucking fire too. I remember that. Boom. Oh fuck. I thought I had another one. Gotcha. Ugh. I actually found a hidden move in this game that's like the animation's incomplete. And I was like, I'm surprised they still kept it in. Gain 2 minute checks, but decrease the arcana damage by 30. Iron Rush. Yep, take that. There we go. Not too much. Not too much health. Yeah, what didn't they have like a crossover where like he was banging Xenia? and then she turned out to be a lesbian. Ouch. Yeah, poor Hercules. It's kind of funny to see like how those Saturday morning shows, like some of them were just god awful, but the other ones were just like so you could tell they had good writers and good production staff in there too to make what they had done, and had like some CG in that show, but it was so bad. The CG was so bad because it was so new at the time. They still didn't know how to animate it quite right, so it looked like stop motion. Who was his sidekick? Oh yeah, yeah, the fucking the Richard Simmons looking dude that had like he always had that unbuttoned shirt, fucking nasty ass little perv. Yeah, he was kind of lame. He was like the comedy, I guess. But yeah, he was pretty forgettable. I remember Hercules though, the Kevin Sorbo guy. And then they had a TV equivalent of Conan that was even worse. I never knew it existed until I was doom scrolling on Amazon Prime, because like they had the Barbarian and Destroyer out, and I was watching it because I was researching when I was animating Conan and Mortal Kombat, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, Conan the Adventurer on the TV show," and I was like, "What?" And I watched it, and I was like, "God, this is so bad." uh, it's like it had some like kind of like D-list bodybuilder that nobody knew, and you could tell he never acted before, which mostly bodybuilders don't act at all. But since he had the physique, they were like, "Yeah, let's just cast him as Conan." TV's animation is still ass. It's not necessarily true. They had some decent fucking animation, like Tiny Toons, man. All that stuff had like fucking in betweens and everything. Animaniacs, everything like that was produced by Steven Spielberg. The WB community like put some actual fucking time into there, and it wasn't limited. And Disney was doing the same thing with Darkwing and Goof Troop. It was only the shows like fucking X-Men, you know, that even though they had such a more of a mature theme to it, the animation was just so god awfully limited. But we forgave it because it was fucking X-Man. You know, it looked cool. You're talking about live action? Oh yeah, live action 3D was the worst. I mean, because it was still fucking new. They didn't know how to, make ray tracing. They didn't know how to do shadows. They didn't know how to fucking, model things correctly or paint things correctly. And it was like it was all trying to be done on a budget too. So, you get what you get. Hammer swing, strike bounce. This is fine. Yeah. I think we're on a pretty good path right now. Enjoy my Bua bass. Why can I not hear her? I cannot hear her. Okay, okay. Need all the fucking need all these guys that I can get. Heals, heals, trinkets, health. Do the chickens attack me now? Oh, uh-oh. They do. Oh, they do. Ah, they did. They put it in the game. That's awesome. That's awesome. I saw they had an updated patch. I was like, "I wonder if they fight back now." About time, man. Chicken abuse. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Eat shit. Give me that. Yeah, Carl's a hell of a lot better in this run. Don't need to talk to you. The game didn't allow me to go past them. Shit. Ooh, nice. I caught him in midair. There we go. Yep. Do I have to go back in and back out? Ah, it doesn't allow you to do that. Okay. Interesting. Music's kicking in. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck me, man. There you go. Flick burn, skill increase, inflict burn when you deflect enemy. I gotta open up more fucking rituals. Or at least find the path that does so. Hall of the Underking. Ah! I love that song. Damn. Motherfucker got me. Oh shit, too late. There we go. Oh, oh, well, my guy's toast. Shit. There we go. Geez, how many times are you gonna shoot me with that? One more time. Yeah. Suck it. Oh, yeah, that's right, I can't get my other one not into this run, that sucks. Is this a new game first run? Yep, yep, I'm trying it with a different character. The only problem that, like, the community and, like, we're talking about is that you can't start with all 4 characters, so you're trying to get them to try new ones because you only are limited to 2. So we'll see how far I get. Hopefully, I get past the Lizard King, and I'll be happy. I hope she's DLC too. Have you done a complete game, 0 deaths yet? Yep, yep. Yeah, I've completed it, but, like, later in my level up and all my rituals and shit, I'm trying to do it in one go. Punish deals damage. Enemy damaged upon colliding. Impacts deal that. Mono target. I guess we'll do that. They're gonna be releasing a patch soon that, like, gives you, like, full customizables of, oh, this is really gonna help. Full customizables of, how much damage you can give, receive, how much the enemies can do, and, also, like, how you can custom characters right off the beginning, so instead of up to random chance, you can just choose what you want right before you start it, which is pretty fucking cool. This game's a sleeper hit. I mean, I'm surprised that they were doubling down and doing a original they were making an animated series out of this too. But shit, this is an original IP, man. So like hats off to Super Monks and Guard Crush. Have I seen the original Black Phone? Yeah, I loved it. Good one. I mean, it's your typical murder mystery, you know, kidnapper, abductor, lock them in a cellar type movie with a supernatural twist. You see number 2? Not yet. I heard it's good though. I heard they're working on a third one, so it must be doing really well. It's a full 360, nothing like the first one. Did they go like a supernatural route? Because when I saw the trailer, it looked like it was like, "Hey, Finney, I'm back from the dead. Don't answer the phone. Nobody can see me." It's like they give him like a Freddy Krueger kind of vibe. Total supernatural. Yeah, that's what I figured. Like afterlife bullshit. I mean, I guess that explains it. I mean, he fucking kills him in the first one. So how did he come back? Did he just hold his breath too long? Boom, 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 boom. Mm, I think I kind of want that. I think I kind of want that one a little bit. Inconsistent in this movie. That's what happens. That's what happens when Hollywood fuckery gets involved with success. You get new executives and you're like, I want this in the film. You know, he should totally grow claws out. You know, he should have laser beam eyes. And he's like, just like Freddy Krueger. We need a little bit of that. I mean, it's typical. Hollywood sequelitis is typical. More people want more success. So, you get more bullshit that you've never done before or seen before, and they pretend like they know better than you. Ow, man. Oh, he took it for me. Homie took one to the face for me. Like the movie The Nun, she can warp reality but can't dodge someone from pouring water on her. I haven't seen The Nun. That sounds funny though. It reminds me of that scene from Cable Guy, like where they're fighting in the arena and he like just charges him and the guy just throws sand in his eye and he's like, like the overreaction. Shit's hilarious. I didn't even know Ben Stiller directed that movie. That was crazy. Clash spawns a rose, kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh. All right. Free the rituals. So far, so good. Kiss from a rose seal. Yep. Man, I remember that was like the first song I made out to, or the for my first make out. The song was playing in the background. Batman Forever was killing it. And then later on, it kind of became like downgraded over the years because everybody wants to remember like Batman and Robin, and they compare the two for the same director. But Batman Forever was not bad, you know. Schumacher, given like his like flamboyancy, had like some really cool fucking shots in the movie. Batman Forever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, when that movie came out, it was like Return of the Jedi hype. People wanted Batman in such a big way, and Batman just in general. I mean, just in general, any new Batman movie that drops, people are gonna be like ape shit about it. But Forever was like huge. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Kill him, kill him. Oh, he died, burned. Sweet. Let's see, move speed, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and that song was just playing nonstop. I like how simple like some of these idle cycles are. I need that shit. My little legs can't jump. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed Batman Forever. I had the VHS too. Oh yeah, I got an Infinite in this area. Watch this. Oh, dude, this Infinite shotgun feels so good. Take that. Suck it, Blizzard. Oh man, look how many thorns I spawned there. That was crazy. Tell mother for me. Yeah, I think out of them all, I still love Batman Returns. That's like my favorite. I think it's like it's because it is the most Tim Burton-y film of all time. Okay, he's dead. Oh man, I just about to say if I had to get hit twice. Whee! Okay. Ow, bitch. Okay, I can't fuck around, dude. They're gonna kill me. Had to get that shot in, didn't you? Dude! Ah, I hate those enemies so bad. Okay, dashes goes blazing trail, deflects. All right, I'm gonna take a chance on that. All right, here we go. Yee! Kick her ass. Kick her ass, Seabass. Okay. No, okay. Okay. Okay, I know I will now dodge that. Whee! Oh, nice. I'll take that. Can I get a super, please? I thought I was gonna die. Still haven't had like any experience fighting her one on one. Ah, reload. Yes. Yes. That'll work. Wee. What do they got over here? Defense. I need defense. All right, so far so good. If we can get past the Lizard King, that'll be a new PR for me. Yeah, kick that guy's ass. Oh, nice. Can I lift that guy up? No, I can't. I'll do that. Piss off, bitch. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, excuse me? Oh, that was an assassin. Fuck you. Fuck, man. I was in the middle of a reload. Dude! How did he get up so fast? Fuck. I need food, man. This is where the game starts getting bullshit. Okay, good. At least they're fighting people and they're hurting me. Nice. I'm gonna fucking cheat you guys too. Fuck that dude up. Oh. Kane Rose turret clash. This is not looking good. Jesus, that much life. This is gonna suck. I'm probably gonna die. Okay, now they're dead. Bro! Oh my god. Yeah, the game literally just said, fuck your spacers." Yeah. Health. Mm. Oh my god. I feel like this thing is on my ass. Bro, the moment I get to the Lizard King, he's gonna fucking smoke me. Shit. Rah! Okay. Can't do that. Whee! Wow, dude, like he has no tells on any of his attacks. It's fucking stupid. Damn. Yeah, I don't have any experience just fighting him, just like straight up one on one. Yeah, well, that was a good try. No, you never know how to learn how to kickflip. Me neither. Not until I finally busted my ass on oh great, my camera's fucked up.